first wave a little bit, use his orb to try and get 2 CS and miss both of them. They were both a little too high HP.
Curl lays down a torrent, tries to juke it out, will still be gone on here. MidOne is going to commit to his orb, and Puppey will go all the way into the tier 1 tower, committing the Riptide, and claims the kill. Even has the level 2 damage up, and dodge some of the damage coming out from both Miracle and the tower. That's our first blood. Meanwhile, at top lane, Matumbaman has actually gone down. They killed the Keeper of the Whirling Death. And I'm correct in saying this, right? That the debuff stacks.
Yes.
So our poor Huskar is going to lose 25% of his strength twice in a row. Sunstrike's going to come in, nails Pylite Die, evening up the kill score, and giving Miracle a little extra change to work with.
He can spin out the waves and then pull his hard camp, whereas the Void really has no way to shove the lane. So the Jug may outfarm him in the long run, this lane.
They're going to make a go on to Huskar here, already bringing him low, but he does have the backup of the Oracle. Oh my god, he just right-clicked him down. What a beast. Forev, he'll get X-torrented up and die in return, but come on, a Timbersaw killing a Huskar early on in the laning phase, that's something you're real happy with.
Yeah, this is pretty rough for Liquid, because the Timbersaw got the XP from that the Huskar didn't, so he's up to level 5 now. Only like a wave and a half away from getting his level 6. Whenever he has that, this Huskar is going to have huge issues laning here, especially like you said with the Chakra Magic. And
another X, Torrent, and Sunstrike combination. The man on the white horse cannot stand up against that nuke damage control, but wasn't able to catch him before the time walk away. Meanwhile, that leaves Puppey in mid against Miracle's Invoker. Miracle, he does have the Sunstrike, just trying to get the right-click kill first. Puppey wanders straight into it. Oh, gotta head check yourself after that one. Liquid, meanwhile, at bottom lane, they're gonna be able to get the Chronosphere on MP. Burst damage might be there with the Torrent. MP gonna be able to spin in a second. They need a bash desperately, and they've got it too. Mind Control keeps MP in place long enough for Bobo to pick up the last hit.
oh, they almost messed that up pretty bad. Boba accidentally Purifying Flames to creep, so if he didn't get that bash, he might have lived.
Matumbaman trying to make the run away. Chakram. And it's actually Pylite Die getting some vengeance.
Solo killed Miracle.
And goddamn, they just won't stop with kills all happening at once. MidOne gets a double damage. He did quite well in the Storm Sphere. It was a rough start for him, but he managed to get back into the game pretty well, and he's already having a great start with the puck. Hopefully he doesn't die here, though. Dodged a little bit of damage. The heal's going down, but finally the Purge does come out. Boba threw it onto Curl, and Curl just walked next to the puck. And they didn't
gank him now because his arm late is going to be so late. They're just going to continue to just sit on him and make sure he can't get to it.
MidOne showing that rotation right here. They're going to Dream Coil him up. MP ready to go with the Omni Slash. That physical damage burst should be easily enough. And now Bulba, in his attempt, misguided as it may be, to attempt to save the Huskar, he's going to be caught as well. MP picks up the double.
Yeah, this is the
against Huskar. He was like, you need one of two things. You need to either pressure him in the lane, or you need to have some heavy, like, team fight counters to him at around that 20 to 25 minute mark. Otherwise, Huskar just snowballs out of control. Chronosphere used in the mid lane, and they got themselves a puck kill. So the first or second rotation of the Chronosphere is successful as well. Mind Control having a better game than he did last time. Going down, the bow comes out. Forev gets bursted despite Puppey's attempt to stop the combination. Song of the Siren was not the counter to Chronosphere this day.
Yeah, that's level 1 song down as well. It's pretty huge. Liquid may looks like they're just gonna back up and farm up. But taking the song out of play and getting that tier 1 tower is really, really huge as Invoker, because that means they can't really pressure yours that well, because you can shove up the lane even further. They can't rotate in as easily, TP in to gank you and then try and take the tower afterwards. So having that just like lets them farm the Ancient and shove up the lane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the poor timing of Mind Control. Last time, you know, he was trying to set up for that kill on mid. Puppey, you know, kind of spots him out. And then this time around, he time walks into a double damage Invoker with Omni Slash ready to go. Like, it doesn't get worse than that.
Yeah, that is, he's doing the old, man, it's the only rune that kills me.
Yeah. Matumbaman is going to be saved here by the Oracle. They're going to turn around. If the Sunstrike landed, they could have gotten that kill on Forev. Maybe they still can. Forev turns around, tries to get last minute burst damage. He did it too. Oh, that had to be a tough read. I'm sure he saw that he was just dead, stuck in those trees, so he went for the only...
Considering.
That's kind of the element of the Naga Siren, right? Unless you have a Song of Siren, you can't really do much to save people, and that's kind of what the supports are supposed to do nowadays. Speaking of defensive supports, Bulba gets caught by Secret. Again, they just own. I'm sure there's going to be some action soon, as we're going to see Pylai die. I think just threw out a recall for MidOne, pulls him in, and they're going to go for Matu. Jumps in, Silence will lead the way. MP has an Omni Slash in a second if necessary, and it is necessary. Even get some damage onto Mind Control, but will be left in a Chronosphere, Sunstrike, Torrent, Wombo combo with a ship just added on top for the extra oomph. And a core trade-off it is.
Yeah, Liquid's fine.
The Sunstrike was laid out somewhere. The scan. It was trying to set MidOne up for a potential jump, but it looks like Miracle backs up. Curl. He enters the scene instead, though, and he is going to be target bursted down pretty quickly by Forev and MidOne.
Yep, and they just continue to make some space for his team and this Huskar to catch up, but it's just really, really difficult with the Coddle always pulling people over the place. So they always have like 3 heroes here, MP and Pilot Eye staying down here, the +1, able to come at any time.
Space created. Miracle gets a kill on the Timbersaw at that top lane.
A whole lot of ways to just get waves up super duper quickly. A whole lot of wave clear on Secret. And just forcing the Huskar to always be lasting under his tower.
Oh, poor Pylai die. Spotted by Kuro. He sees the blast comes out, managed to get a nicely placed torrent into
Making the game really late versus Liquid is what it looks like they want to do.
Okay, well, I mean, that would certainly explain a lot of the reason that Secret aren't trying to, really take over the game at this 20-minute marker and continue to go for this. Pylai die going to be the target of a Chronosphere. That says a lot about the Liquid mentality, that they're willing to throw out a Chronosphere just for, quick support kill, whatever they can get, essentially. But Mind Control is going to pay the ultimate price, it looks like. Not able to time walk away. Diffusal Blades off the Silence, though, and will now make his jump out. MP unable to close the distance. Time for an Omni Slash. Forev makes his jump away. Matumba Man will be stopped in his tracks by the Puppy ult. That's going to be another level 1 Song of the Siren down. This is a good 3.5 minutes where if Liquid wanted to, they could try and go for a tower and set up some sort of team fight scenario if they feel comfortable with where Matumba Man's at now.
Yeah, the coil is also down. They saw MidOne push out that lane with pretty low mana, so they know he's probably going to go back to base. And then the hero's not being set up for this. Timbers. Whoa!
Forev! He spots a small little opening and he bounces on that one. Gets the free kill there. Meanwhile, Miracle coming in from behind gets Pylai die. He'll have to turn around and try and help out for Forev, though, as the rest of his team is closing the distance. TP's going to come in. That's going to be MP. MP does have his Omni Slash. This is going to be a dangerous fight. Mind Control, he pays the price for it, too. Torrent onto 2. That allows Miracle and the rest of his boys to get some escape, maybe. Kuro needs a little bit of extra help. He's going to go ship. Looks like he probably could be dead here. Meanwhile, we have MidOne chasing down Bulba as well as Miracle. Very important kills, but they don't have the vision. Back over to Kuro next to the tier 1 tower, caught out by the shotgun, and sure enough, there was no way he was going to make his way out of that one.
Yeah, Liquid played right into the way Secret that wanted to take.
Just the net worth backing them on their cores.
Yeah, they have almost no way to deal with Naga illusions, no AoE, not that much nuking potential. Huskar is
Omni Slash, Sunstrike combination, MP goes down. I'm a little bit surprised he was up there, but Liquid do find a pick and actually push into Secret with this Radiance coming up. Miracle's the only one really keeping in this game. Mind Control needs to be able to make a time walk away. Matumba Man actually just jumps right in, making himself a target. Forev keeping a distance until he knows he can burst him down, and sure enough, he got him. Looks like Oracle died as well. MP able to clean him up with the Omni Slash, and now it's just a question of how.
And he ended up not being able to get it off, got silenced, and brought down. It's really hard to deal with that as an Oracle. Whenever there's a specific hero that you really need to ult, it's really, really difficult. Whenever you items like Blink, Glimmer Cave, stuff like that to keep yourself safe.
Oh, Blinding Light will give MP a fighting chance. He diffuses off that Blinding Light and will trying to get some damage onto MP, who spins away with the extra bit of help of Healing Ward. Nicely placed Torrent, though, by Kuro, and they'll catch MP in the end. Pylai Die will manage to TP himself out, so he's all...
Well, she's never really going to be there. A Puck here, you can't really solo kill that well. Secret just has a whole lot of cores, so he's going to have to play really well.
He can get the occasional pick-off, but he actually is going to be caught immediately. Secret pounce onto him. Bulba will be able to heal him up a little bit, it looks like, with the ultimate. Miracle's going to take a large amount of damage, I imagine, but not quite enough to burst him down. Meanwhile, Matumba Man fighting into Puppey has to dodge the pure damage coming out from the Chakram, but it's going to be caught by an ensnare. Nice jump away using the ultimate onto the illusions. Now the space being created by a tornado. Matumba Man's actually going to escape there. Sunstrike off the mark. Kuro won't be making it alive, but Forev is going to be caught in the process. Easily bursted down. Omni Slash bouncing around. Oh my god, all of Liquid are so low. They burst down 3. Matumba Man, last man alive. And Matu, he's done it many, many times this game. Let's give him one more death. 9.
This late game, they really don't have any Naga answers. This Puck is always going to be on top of this Oracle, so he's never really going to have the ability to ult the Huskar unless it's the perfect fight scenario.
Matumba Man jumps forward, going for Pilot Tie. Boom! Mind control already gone. Bulba, he saves Matumba Man as best he can, but the damage output is just simply not enough. Bulba in the back line is going to be caught by Forev. Pull back, and somebody's going to right-click him. He's surviving a lot longer. They're actually going to commit a couple of heroes there to finish him off. MidOne was hoping to be able to get the extra kill onto Kuro. Doesn't quite have the burst damage yet. Dagon needed a few more seconds. Meanwhile, Puppey, he just caught himself a miracle. Invoker trapped up, not going to be able to make the blink away, it looks like, with MP already spinning out the ensnare, making sure Miracle stays in one place for the team to burst him down. That's 4 dead. Only Kuro making it out alive. 18-28 as Team Secret starts sieging the bottom lane.
Yeah, really nice rotation from Puppey, getting fairies in the map and now getting the Roshan as well.
Yeah, it seems like Liquid's only real hope at this point is a smoke push out. And just, I mean, they're doing it completely blind, but they might just be lucky enough to stumble into Roshan. The Sunstrike lands. They are in a position here for Mind Control to be able to land the Chronosphere. They get it just on MP, but maybe they can burst him down. MidOne, though, he's already taken out Bulba, and Matumba Man's having issues with Forev. All that burst damage. Choke comes in, but unfortunately the tornado allows them to be able to dodge most of that. Now Miracle's caught by the ensnare. He will manage to ghost walk himself a bit of distance away, just trying to get out of range of those Naga Siren illusions with the gem. He'll drop down to pretty much no HP thanks to the boat, but fortunately there is no rating. Puppey. Not sure if he really wants to go. The Naga Siren too close to risk that one. Meanwhile, Matumba Man's going to be initiated on. Pylai Dai found his opening with recall in from Forev. Bulba, he managed to save Matumba Man for the time being, but he gets Omni Slashed in return. Matumba Man heals right back up to full. Meanwhile, Miracle tried to go in from behind, tried to catch Puppey, gets turned around on by MidOne back over to mid-tier 2. Matumba Man takes a good amount of time to below half HP from just Forev blinking in and getting his combination off. Now he even has Lotus Orb, so he can deal with the time dilation. It's all up to Mind Control at this point. Oh, the counter from MidOne! Beautifully blinks in and silences Mind Control, halting that one. Forev's in deep. The boat's going to land on Pylai Dai. They do have a second chance at this. The Song of Siren goes down. Forev, he just goes deeper. Jesus. He gets X'd up. Maybe they can turn on him somehow. They unfortunately don't have a whole lot of damage. Mind Control's here. He's got the Chronosphere if necessary. They're trying to go on Forev, but he makes the Timber Chain away. Meanwhile, Oracle couldn't deal with the Radiance damage, and Mind Control goes down again. MidOne, beyond godlike, cannot stop him. At this point, Matumba Man all the way back to the fountain with him. Barely makes it out alive. Forev will Timber Chain himself out once again. Lotus Orb up, keeping Liquid trapped inside of their own high ground of the fountain. While the rest is Secret, go for the objectives. Nice jump in. Dream Coil onto 3. Bursting down Matumba Man. Miracle's up next. He goes down. Kuro left waiting the inevitable fate. 19-38 is our closing score as Secret dominate Liquid in this game too.
Yeah, Puppey realizing that that he needed to go back. I mean, go Radiance and then just out.